Hafide, and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the past week. And we had a lot of talk about robberies. Nick?
Yeah, Chris, it started off the week, starting off on Monday, where we spoke with the Dairy Mart store there in Manila, giving us the surveillance video there where we saw the robber come in with a handgun and hold that store at gunpoint right there for making off with the cash and some cigarettes. And revelation for the police department, that robbery task force announcing at the end of the week that they made an arrest, 5 arrests actually, in their investigations for that robbery and for 2 other game room robberies. So they said more to come.
Ness, you did some work with H2?
Yeah, the Chamber of Commerce held its monthly meeting, and 2 of the speakers were Greg Massey of Department of Labor and Melinda Swavely, who is a longtime immigration lawyer, and they talked about the ongoing problem with the H-2B visa and the impact it's having not only on the construction industry, but the economy as a whole. And they talked about some things that the government needs to do to try and resolve this, and they're hopeful that the Trump administration will kind of reverse course. They blame the previous administration, the Obama administration, for changing their interpretation of the policy, and they're hopeful that perhaps the Republican administration of Donald Trump will turn that around. There's also word from out of the airport that EVA Airways, which has been flying between Guam and Taipei for the last 6 years or so, will be pulling out effective June 7th, but no word yet on the reason behind that.
Thanks, Ness. And Britt, you were working on another 360 coverage?
Yes, so this week for Guam All Around, we have a 360 video of the Laddie Village up at the Guam National Wildlife Refuge. And it's really interesting because the Laddie Village is located in the part of the refuge usually closed off to the public. So you'll get to see something, something new maybe, and if you like it, you could call them and schedule a tour. We also started streaming in 360 degrees, so everyone can go to our Facebook page and YouTube to check out those live streams.
And that means there's no hiding behind the camera because
Right.
360, you see everything.
Something new.
And I know that you went to the Mount Carmel Science Fair, and
Yeah.
so you could see all the projects and all the kids. And myself, I spent a lot of time in the courtroom. Paul Santos, if that name sounds familiar, he's a former longtime police officer. He was sentenced in the Superior Court to 21 years behind bars. Again, a few years ago, he was busted for using his authority as a police officer to rape a woman. So he went there to have sex with a woman who listed her services on Craigslist, but didn't pay for the sex. And so he was convicted of that crime and he will serve 21 years behind bars, but not just yet. The catch is, he noticed the court that he's going to appeal the case. And so because of that, the court granted defense's motion that he remain on house arrest pending his appeal. So 21 years doesn't start just yet for him. But he's around 50 years old today, so that means either way he'd be over 70 years old by the time he's done doing his time. And if you have any news tips for any of us here at on the news desk, you can email us at reporters@kuam.com. It's that easy.